Yeah. So does anybody want to speak to the camera for a second? Talk about foreclosures or anything?
I talked yesterday.
Yeah, I know. It makes the recordings more interesting than just walking around showing people.
I know. Wait for Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa.
All right.
Be nice and fresh.
I only speak to major news agencies, you see.
And this sign came from the foreclosure moratorium event on the Capitol. And as you can see, we have plenty of signatures. Many of people were present for that event. And right here, we have a document that was dropped off on Jerry Brown's desk back in June. It is an executive order that we at the Occupy Sacramento had written up for him. I'm not going to read it out loud, but
Sculptors of the Occupy movement went down.
They put the house with that.
Darcy and
Are you guys done with this?
he
Yeah. Oh.
Hey Lisa, how you doing?
Surprise! They all came walking up together. Oh, great! Hey! Oh, you are! Hi there! Oh, glad to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Hey. And what is your name? Colin. Colin.
Hey Lisa.
Two Collins. Hey, Andy. Wow, I saw so many people. I thought maybe wrong block. You never know. I thought maybe Sharon and the people were down here. Oh, this will be nice. She'll come out here and she'll find a decent. They're not going to be here too long. They've got something they've got to go through, and they might come back after. Okay. Well, I'm going to go home and make.
We've got the IWW meeting at 2. Everyone here came from the Monsanto planning meeting.
Oh my God! There's so much going on. This is yay! All right.
And then there's the chocolate pie up at 20th and J tonight.
Oh, that's
That should be
right.
fun.
Yes, the chalky pie.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh.
I got a nice little box with a handle of chalk. It's like come in with
You
your.
have it right now?
It's in my car.
Wow. An activist town. Never thought it would happen. Great. Okay, so what time is Sharon? She said.
all he has to do is sign.
Oh, that's fine. So.
Hey, Colin, time check. What? We got to go at 1:40.
Oh, okay. That would be wonderful. So I'll plan to stay till 6 then. That sounds. Yeah. So tell her. I mean, if she was going to come back, not to come after.
You want to speak to the camera? A little bit about
Your turn. I
foreclosures?
did it yesterday.
Oh.
Okay. Thanks.
But
You
we are
guys.
having noodles. So.
See y'all later.
Hey,
Okay.
take care, Kathy.
Later, Kathy.
Okay. All right. Sure. I'll speak for the camera.
All right.
Okay.
So, would you like to tell us what brings us to the front of Jerry Brown's lofts?
Yes, I'd be happy to. California still has enormous, unacceptable numbers of foreclosures. Even though the Homeowner Bill of Rights was passed, and it has very good provisions, basically it just sort of sets forth the way the banks should be doing business with people. It still does nothing to keep people from being thrown out of their homes right now. Plus, it doesn't go into effect until January of next year. And so The governor, through his power with an executive order, he could stop these foreclosures temporarily, and that's what we're out here asking him to do. He could put a halt to these foreclosures. Not only would it help the individual homeowners, a lot of whom would probably be able to be helped by the Homeowner Bill of Rights when it finally goes into effect, it would also put some pressure on the banks to work out modifications. I mean, they're sitting on so much money they were given when they were bailed out, and everybody expected that money was going to find its way down to homeowners and they would be able to stay in their homes. But instead, they're making it as difficult as possible for people to work out modifications. It's also another reason we're here, why it's Jerry Brown's problem, is because it's hurting the entire California economy. I mean, people who are in danger of losing their homes or who have lost their homes, they're not going to be spending a whole lot of money in their community. And so that's going to hurt local businesses. And those businesses are going to start having to lay off people or cut people's hours. And then those people may be in danger of losing their homes and are not going to spend too much money. And so there's this cycle that goes on and on and on. And we're never going to have any kind of economic recovery as long as so many people are needlessly losing their homes.
So you made a statement as to the state is losing money and people are losing money. Would you have those figures?
Yes, actually, I have those figures here right behind me. We've had Californians have lost 424 billion in wealth due to declining real estate values.
Okay.
So that's money that is not going into the California economy. A lot of it's going east to Wall Street. We've also lost about oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what, about like 3.7 billion or so in reduced revenue for local governments. So if you're seeing things like police time is not as fast anymore, response time for other emergency services, parks closing, you can attribute quite a bit of that to foreclosures.
Okay. Would you say this has affected the job market?
Oh, tremendously affected the job market because as I had said, people who are being foreclosed upon are not going to be spending very much money. You know, they're not going to be going out and buying things for their homes. They're not going to be buying the new cars. They're really living on the edge financially. So people not spending money, businesses aren't doing as well. They're going to start laying people off and cutting hours. So it directly affects business jobs.
Okay. Let's see, what else was there to ask. What kind of practices are these banks currently doing that are illegal that are what are the things this would help stop?
Well, one of the things is they often don't even own the note that they have. We were hoping the Homeowner Bill of Rights would take care of that, but unfortunately it doesn't. Sometimes they don't own the note. A lot of the things they're doing, like dual tracking, they'll tell people that, give them the impression they are going to get a modification, and sometimes they'll even say, if you miss a couple payments, then you will definitely qualify for such and such. But then on the back end, they're being foreclosed upon, and so sometimes they get a surprise notice when they think that they're having a modification and they've stopped making payments because the bank told them that they wouldn't qualify for the modification unless they did stop making payments. Just all sorts of horror stories that you hear, the wrong homes being foreclosed upon. But, basically, at one time, banks used to work out modification. I mean, people go through financial hardships. They lose jobs. They have medical problems. And the banks would work out something. They could do something like forbearance, which would be stretch out your payments for a longer period of time. You still owe the same amount. What we'd like to really see is principal reduction. I mean, the houses were so overvalued when people were buying them that in many cases they're worth half, or in some places a third of what they paid for them. So we would like the banks to bring those houses down to a value that is more in line with the current market now. Ironically, if they foreclosed and they sold those houses at auction, they'd have to sell them for the market value now. So why not Instead, basically renegotiate the loan, sell them back to the homeowner who's in the house for the current value, and keep the homeowners in their homes.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It's very informative. I'm sure that people will be able to gain a little bit of education about the situation. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Fago. Thanks.
All right. Later, y'all. I want to make sure this will fit on YouTube. Sorry for the long beginning.